we're recording, but this is not live. It only stays on my computer, and after we're done, I can privately share it to you, so I will never publish anything that you're not okay with.
Yeah,
So, all right, let me turn the volume up on my computer a little bit, but I sound okay to you?
yeah. How's my background
Oh
for
God,
you?
no, I mean, God, it looks beautiful. I love what do they call the with all the dishes, the glass? I forgot what that's
The
called.
China, the
China
China
cabinet.
closet,
Thank you.
China cabinet. Yeah, yeah,
Yes, I should know that. Gosh, I've been married three times. I
yeah.
should know this shit.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
And do you have a Mac or a PC?
Just a PC.
Oh, okay. No, you still sound great. It's funny if you've listened before the virtual podcast I do, I'm usually surprised or happy when they have a Mac because Mac's like built-in microphone and camera is much better usually than PCs. But my PC is older, so I think that's why the microphone built in sucks, and that's why I bought this one because
Oh, look
it
at
makes
you.
everything sound better.
Well, you know what? You'd be happy to know that I just bought my PC at Costco.
Oh, holy crap! Which one
Yeah.
did you get? What brand was it?
Oh God, what is it? I don't even know. It's a Dell.
Okay,
And I love it. It's touchscreen. It's great. I did my research. It was like $500.
that's awesome. And
Yeah, it's great.
I don't think you're like a big gamer guy, so this was more just about like
No,
email and doing stuff like this. It's not like you needed the best processor because you're going to be trying to game online and stuff.
100%. Yep.
Yes. Nice.
Yeah.
500 bucks. Holy shit. Because
Yeah.
this one's old enough that I'm kind of due for one and I keep putting it off. And
Yeah.
so I work at Costco, but I'm in the tire shop, so I'm like never on the floor. So I don't notice what we have.
Yeah.
Like, I dread every time I have to go to the back, I have to walk through the warehouse to maybe, like, this is the thing, Kleenex, facial tissue. I always try to keep our tire shop supplied with it because a lot of us, especially in the winter, we all have runny noses. So I
Yeah.
stock our tire shop, but I have to walk through the entire warehouse to get to it in the back. And I'm literally in my tire shop uniform, and I'm not bashing members. Thank God for members. I love them. Costco members are awesome. That's why I have a job. But they will stop me and ask, "Oh, do you know where this coffee is or this nuts or these chips?" And I'm like, "I'm in the tire shop. I never come out here. No, I don't know where it's at. I'm never on the
That's
floor."
hilarious. That's hilarious.
But anyway,
That's
no, dude.
hilarious.
Yeah, I was it's funny. I had stopped at Fred Meyer after work tonight. Uh, yeah, Fred Meyer's down there, but in the meat section, they have this little kind of, I call it a secret corner, but it's always where they put like whether it's steaks or hamburgers or anything that's about to go where they can't sell it, and they mark everything down. So I always check that corner. Found a nice little pack of four hamburger patties, brought them home, put a rub on it and some seasoning. I was just grilling them when you reached out to me. And I was like, yeah, just give me, this won't take long. Because I'm trying to do food prep. So let me finish grilling these. But
That's
yeah,
what I'm doing tonight. That's exactly what I'm doing tonight.
well, but you did I
I
listened
do
to it. Yeah,
the meatloaf.
the
Yeah.
meatloaf and the mashed potatoes
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
scrapings of the pan.
Yeah. Yeah. So
That's awesome.
it's not to eat tonight, although I did have a little nosh,
Yeah,
but it's meal prepping for the rest of the week.
but
Yeah,
that's
because I'm
amazing.
retired.
And
Yeah.
there is so much flavor in the scrapings of the pan.
Uh, oh my God. I'm like, what? That's like my mom, my my mother who passed away October 15th, took my hand, was like, go get a spoon and scrape all this shit and put it in the gravy, which I made just a tiny bit of gravy, like the packet, the
Yeah.
packet gravy.
Oh yeah, yeah, of
Yeah,
course. But you added that for flavor.
absolutely. You got to doctor it up, as my mom would say.
But
You
it's
got to doctor
amazing,
it.
and we sorry, we're close to the same age. You're younger than I am, but it's like that is the best part of the gosh damn, it's okay, healthy fats, even if it's fat. It's not,
Yeah.
it kind of got a bad reputation, I would say, but
I
it's a
know.
hell of a lot better than anything you buy in a box in the center of the grocery store, all that processed shit. I would rather scrape the residue off the pan. That's healthier. I guarantee that's healthier.
Absolutely. Cheers.
Cheers, buddy. Yes. Oh my gosh. So yeah, and again, I listened to the entire first 10-minute one, and I started listening to the second voice note you sent, but then we were messaging. Um, yeah, I always intended to do this, but I just knew you were traveling and stuff, and then of course life gets busy. But you said so many interesting things when you were talking about grief and how to handle it, and I guess I didn't. We probably talked about it at your retirement party, but I guess I didn't remember the specifics of how many people you've lost recently. And I definitely didn't remember that you just lost your mom in October, which, that fucking hits hard.
Yes. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I
Did
mean,
I
it quite.
ever? I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt. And there's that half-second delay, but back when I was in Monmouth and first getting to know you guys and Casey, did I ever get to meet your mom?
No,
I didn't think so. I didn't remember that.
but she knew about you.
Oh shit. What did I do?
No, no,
I'm
she loved the fact that I was hanging out with cops. I mean, as a teenager, like an older teenager, like 18, 19, like I mean, like that should be like music to your well, I mean, I was a little older than that maybe. It was like you're hanging out with cops? Well, yeah, I kind of want to be in law enforcement. She's like,
Well,
"Well, that's awesome."
by the time I met you, you were already at least was it an explorer with Polk County? You were already working for Polk County by the time I met you.
Yes,
And I
yes,
maybe it was Casey also?
yes.
That's what I thought.
Yes, we
Okay.
did. Yeah, we did it at the same time for about a year ish. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and you said something in the voice note about it was at the end. God, was it something about the mashed potato and the thing or so, in the voice note you just sent me, I feel like your mom told you something near the end, a little piece of advice.
Well, so I've navigated 11 deaths since August 1st of 2024. 11.
So
And
we got like a year and a half, like 18
a
months. You've
year and
had 11 important people in your life that have passed.
yes. Yes.
No wonder you
Yeah.
fucking retired, dude. Jesus. That's a lot of
that's
stress.
that's a major part of the reason that I retired early. But I feel like I haven't properly grieved for her. And it's not, I mean, I love my mother. I loved my mother. Oh my God, like to the moon and back again, rinse and repeat a million times.
Yeah.
But I feel like, you know, so I'm at the 11 person mark as of February 5th
Yeah, and I'm
of,
sorry,
of, of
didn't
death.
you just lose somebody last Friday? I
Yes,
thought you said
yes,
that. That was the 11th one, I thought.
yes, that was the 11th. But my mom was number nine. I gotta, I gotta keep this all straight. I'm sorry.
No, no, don't
Um,
apologize. It's fine.
but there was eight people before her, and it's not that I became numb, um, but that's a lot to endure, and that was just a year um, in that time frame.
And these were
So
all, I'm assuming some families, some friends, but these were all people that were important to you.
yes, very
Okay.
important.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a fucking lot to take in 18 months. For
yeah,
anybody, dude. Come on.
well, yeah. I mean, therapy helped. I mean, I did. I'll be honest. Like, I'm not ashamed. Like, nobody should be ashamed of therapy.
I
I
think I told you I've
did.
been in it for 10 years and I'm still in it. Yes, I fucking love it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and I just so recommend therapy. Like, your friends should not be your therapist. Your
Yeah.
partner should not be your therapist. Like,
Hallelujah.
you need a neutral third party that has no vested interest in you, that can tell you, because your friends and your family, they're gonna sugarcoat shit, and they're gonna tell you what you want to hear maybe, or they're just gonna put it lightly, and you need somebody to just like listen and like digest and like say, I'm hearing this, but this is really the path maybe you should take whatever, blah, 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 right? Fill in the blank. So I highly recommend therapy. And I only did 6 sessions. And I told my therapist when I first met her, I'm sorry, I'm cracking up. I don't know if you can hear. Can you hear my dog in the background?
I just heard that little bark, but no, you sound great. There's not a lot of
Okay,
background
okay,
noise. No,
all
the
right,
audio is good.
okay. Well, I told my therapist on the first session. I said, "Well, I just want to let you know," and this was like 5 deaths in. I
Only
said,
five?
"Only 5."
Sorry.
I go,
Bad
and
joke.
it was back to. It was no, no, no. It's
That's
fine. It
fucked
was
up.
back to
I mean,
back to
yeah.
back. No, it's
I'm
fine.
trying to
I'm
bring some
good.
levity to it. So
I know, I know. But it was like back to back to back. So I told her, I said, you may need your own therapist by the time you're done dissecting my bullshit, and she
yeah,
laughed, and that's how we started our therapy, my
yeah,
therapy. And she was great. She didn't, I don't want to talk about like my therapist but too much, but I mean, she listened, and that's what a therapist is designed to do.
yeah.
And I started to get a little irritated with her, if I'm being honest.
You
I'm
you
like,
you got irritated with somebody? No
I,
way.
I'm just like, I'm like, tell me what the fuck to do,
Nope,
And
that's
she's
not their
like,
job.
I know, I know. Well, I didn't know that. I've never
I
been in therapy before. I'm not an expert like you.
oh wow.
I know, like I'm not a 10 year.
I have tenure.
Um,
Yes.
yeah, you have tenure,
Yes.
10 year.
Yes.
But well, she asked me, well, what do you want to get out of this? And I'm like, well, that's a loaded question. I mean, I want to heal, but I also want to get tools from my toolbox. And I think one thing that she taught me that resonates with me to this day, and I told her this at the end of the 6th session, and I told her that we were going to take a break and I'm going to resume later this year. And she's like, because she said that, not that I'm healed, but she's like, you're in a very good spot. And so I don't think like regular sessions every 2 weeks is necessary at this point. Like, hit me up down the road. And so I will when I get back from my next trip, which is next week for 2 weeks. Anyway.
But that's actually a
Um,
really good sign. She's like willing to acknowledge that, hey, maybe I don't have to see you every 2 weeks. I'm not just trying to get your money. Yeah,
no, yeah,
I
no,
appreciate
no.
that.
Oh, I do too. It was like and listen, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but she, after like the 4th or 5th session, she's like, you're literally doing everything that you need to do.
Yeah,
And I'm like, well, I know that, but I just need somebody to talk to
yeah,
that 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 that's just gonna fucking listen, you
yeah,
know? Because I feel like when you're going through grief, and you're talking with friends or even like your spouse, they're there, they're present, but after a while it's like, oh my god, he's still talking about this shit, and they're getting paid for this, right? I'm being serious. Like,
yes,
well, I mean, and so that's the best part about um counseling or therapy
yeah.
is that is that
You don't
you
have to feel bad that you're taking up their time because you're paying them for it. Yes, so there's
absolutely,
no
yeah,
guilt there.
no.
Yeah.
The best thing that she taught me, I'll share it.
Oh, please.
I have so much to say about that alone.
I don't have to be at work
In my
until 11:30 tomorrow. We have all night.
I'm retired,
I
so
know you don't have to
but
fucking work. I'm so jealous.
well, the best thing that she ever said to me or taught me was I, I, I was having a really difficult time with the people that meant the most to me in my life, around me, surrounding me, friends, family. I felt isolated on an island. I felt like it's not that people couldn't say or do the right thing, right? I wasn't hypersensitive, but they just I explained this in the audio that
Yeah.
I sent you
Yes.
prior to this, right?
Yeah.
Which is, when you lose somebody or when something tragic happens, you get, I call it a grief hit and run.
Yeah.
People hit you with a feel good and then they run the other way. And they don't run the other way intentionally. They
No.
just go about their fucking life, and I get that. I understand that. I understand it more now. But it really hurts, right? Because it's like you're holding like this big hefty bag of shit of grief, you know, and you're like, well, what do I do with this? I didn't order this bag of shit.
Yep.
It's like a shit sandwich. I didn't order it,
Yeah.
but you're dying and you need to eat, so you have to eat the shit sandwich, right?
Yep.
That's a terrible analogy, but it's
No,
kind of
actually very
true.
poignant. Yes.
Yeah. So she taught me that if I equate it to like TSA. If you see something, say something. And so she taught me, and this was really difficult because I don't like to cause waves, especially with people around me that I love, right?
Yeah.
I don't like to cause waves. I don't like to call people out on shit unless it's like funny, like haha. But she's like, no, you have to speak your truth, and you can do it in a non-shitty way. You can be heartfelt and you can tell people that you're disappointed in them without telling them that you're disappointed in them, and you just
Yeah.
speak your truth, you know. And so I started doing it, and can I just tell you that it's the best thing that's happened in my life? One of
Really?
the best things that happened. Yeah, 100%.
So
If
how
people
long
are,
ago how long ago I can't remember how long you've been seeing this therapist, but how long ago was it, a year and a half ago, did you actually put this into practice?
I put it into practice probably, I want to say, I remember the first moment,
Okay.
and that would have been,
And we can keep it
um,
anonymous, but yeah, go
no,
ahead.
no, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. I'm trying
Yeah.
to be very careful, but
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
it was probably probably a year ago ish.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
maybe a
last
little bit
spring,
less.
spring of 2025.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah. I mean, well, no, I take it back. I wanted it to be spring of 2025, but it wasn't until September of 2025 when I
Okay.
really was like, I've had it up to my eyeballs with people that just have no clue, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. And I'll tell you, I won't name names, but it was a friend of mine that, um, I remember going down to a pub that I go to, and you went there. It was for my
Yep.
retirement
Yeah.
party, and I had literally just lost my brother a couple days before, and I knew that my friends knew this, and when I showed up, they didn't say a word to me. They didn't say, "Oh my God, Brian, I heard what happened. I'm so sorry." So I sat there, and I didn't stew, but I just sat there, and I'm like, well, this is very interesting. And then they're like, okay, well, we got to go. We have a friend we have a friend that just showed up from out of town, and they took off relatively quickly.
Okay.
And I got really pissed off. I got
And
I
are you 100% sure they knew that you just lost your
Yes.
brother?
Yes,
Okay.
because
You don't
I'll
have to
get to
explain
that.
because, but okay. So
No,
and obviously
no,
you know that had to be
I'll get
real.
to that.
I'm sorry. I should let you talk. It's your
No,
podcast.
no, 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 no.
My
I
bad.
talk a lot. I'm sorry. No, so a few days later, I saw them again, and they sat down, and I channeled my therapist, and I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to say something. I'm not going to be a dick. I'm not going to try to make them feel shitty. I'm just going to tell them how I feel. And I did it really respectfully.
Yeah.
And I said, "Hey, the last time I saw you a few days ago, I know you knew that my brother had just passed away." And they nodded
Yeah.
and in the affirmative. I'm like, "You didn't say anything to me." And it kind of hurt. It kind of hurt because we're good friends, and you know, blah 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 blah. And they kind of got a little teary eyed, and I'm like, "Oh shit, what am I doing?" But they were like, they acknowledged it, and they said, "You're right." And I said, "Well, you didn't even give me like a hug, like you had to take off because your friend was here from out of town, and I felt like that was more of a priority than me." And listen, that's a whole other episode. I mean, I feel like sometimes people make you feel like an option and not a priority, right? Especially when it comes to grief. Like, and you should feel relatively like a priority when it comes to close friends. But it was awkward, but I spoke my piece. She acknowledged it. She apologized. We sat in silence for a couple minutes, and I'm like, "Oh my God, am I going to lose a friend over this?" And I'm like, "If I do, I do." But she was totally fine. It was just it's awkward, right? When your friend is basically saying to you in so many words like, "Hey, you weren't here for me," and not calling her a piece of shit, because she's not. I mean, I love her with all my heart, but that's probably how she kind of took it, like, "Oh my God, I feel like a piece of shit right now." Like, how is she supposed to respond to this? And that wasn't my intention. My intention was to just kind of acknowledge, like, "Hey, I'm human, you're human. I'm hurting. You know that I'm hurting, and you're not acknowledging that hurt. That's what I need right now."
Yeah.
You know?
And I'm guessing, without knowing any of the people involved in this other than you, those moments are awkward and uncomfortable. So I don't think that was intentional on her part, but when she was she expecting to see you there the first night, um, when you showed up and you knew that she knew that your brother had passed, but she wasn't expecting to see you. It might, and I'm not making excuses, but
No, I know.
yeah,
Yes and no. Not necessarily, but
okay.
I would counter that with, and I'm glad that you said not trying to make excuses. Here's the deal.
Are you sharing? Are you about
You,
to share too much?
uh, well, you know what? Here's the deal. I mean, we're all full grown ass adults. And I mean, unless you're on the spectrum, like way on the spectrum, and you have no social skills or abilities
Yeah,
to to respond to
and read
the
social cues
situation
and yeah,
and read social cues and read the room and
yeah,
whatnot, there is no excuse. There's absolutely no excuse. And the bottom line is if you don't know what the fuck to say, you just simply say, "I'm really sorry for your loss." And as cliche as that
yeah,
sounds, it's just very simple, poignant, and helpful. um, what's not helpful is saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and then turning it around and making about you. Well, I experienced blah 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 blah, and well, at least they're in heaven, or at least they led a good life, or at least blah, at
The
least you have.
cliches.
It's like, oh my god,
Yes.
shut the fuck up, yeah. Um, but what I think that people lack, and which is really what I want to talk about, is yeah, empathy, but just it's okay to just say I'm sorry. And even if you fumble through a few words, the receiver is going to take that much better than silence,
Yeah.
because silence really stings, you know,
Yeah.
because then you start second guessing your friendship and your relationship with that person. And that really sucks, because when you grieve, you feel like you're already on an island and that nobody understands. And nobody should understand. I mean, that person that passed away, only you understand that relationship with that person. The vast majority of people around you don't fully understand that relationship that you had with that person to great detail. But at least I'm sorry. I always say this: like, if you don't know what to say, and it's a dear friend, you should just say, "I'm really sorry. That fucking sucks." And that
No,
term, that fucking
that's kind
sucks.
of scary because that is what I have come to that conclusion. And I'll tell you some stories a little bit later. But yes, that is actually the best thing to say. Yes,
It
say
is,
it's almost
because it does.
because you're acknowledging that they are in a shitty place right now, and I fucking don't know how to help you. This fucking sucks. Oh my God, I am so sorry. I can't imagine what you're going through right now. If I can help, let me know. But no, I can't help you. I can't fix this for you. It just fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always say, if you know, don't ever, um, don't ever make promises that you're not willing to keep. You know,
Yeah, you mentioned that in
it's
the voice note.
yeah,
Um,
it's a whole shitteroo of people saying, "Oh, I'm really sorry for your loss. Thoughts and prayers." Barf. Um, Not barf
I
on
know, I know,
prayers, but just it's
I
just
know.
so cliche.
Yeah.
Like, way to be original, you
But
know.
you do
Um,
realize that these hard life moments, God, it's so awkward and uncomfortable. And here's what I will say about this. I agree with everything you said, but you know what? When I was in my 20s, even my 30s, I guarantee I was not as good as I should have been to people because I just didn't have the maturity or the my frontal lobe wasn't developed enough to know how to
yeah,
handle the awkward situations, to have to, you know what I mean? And I think I told you at your retirement party, or no, actually it wasn't that. It was later when we connected on a Facebook call. Um, Losing my mom and my dad in a year and a half, a switch flipped. And I was like, you know what? You cherish the important people in your fucking lives and you start cherishing the friendships that you have and you want to reconnect with the good people you've met in your life, which is why I came to your retirement party.
yeah,
Um, so I try to have some grace because
yeah.
I'm pretty fucking amazing right now, but I haven't always been this awesome. Literally, it's been 10 years of therapy and 54. Are we past midnight? Yes, I just turned 54 today. It's my birthday.
Whoa, my God!
Yes.
Happy
No, no, no,
birthday!
that's real shit. And I thought about
Are
that, but
you
yes.
serious?
No, I'm
That's
April 14th.
amazing.
I'm not kidding. That's so funny. It's
Oh
not
my God!
gratuitous. It's not gratuitous. That's not why I said it. I just thought
I
it
love
was
it.
funny, but after 54 years on the planet and 10 years of therapy and, going through life experiences, I've learned a lot of shit. And that I think is what we're supposed to do on this planet is evolve as humans and become better than we were in our 20s and our 30s. So anyway,
Yeah.
sorry, go ahead. But yes,
Well,
it's my
first,
birthday. Thank you, Brian.
well,
And it's
goddamn,
actually a really happy accident that I'm talking to you on my birthday. So
it's like a Bob Ross happy accident. Well, goddamn, you're old. first and
Yes, I am.
foremost.
Fuck you. Go fuck yourself.
Well, I'm glad that you share that you followed up with, when you were younger, like it was uncomfortable. For a lot of people, it's uncomfortable well into their 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to just say that's absolute bullshit, like show me on this doll where
Where
it's
the bad man hurt you.
where the bad man hurt you to not be able to fucking tell me that you're sorry for my loss, That's just fucking banana pants, right? But I will say that I appreciate when you said that you lost your mom and dad, um, not too far apart. That oftentimes that's what it takes to feel empathy, to really fully understand, not sympathy, empathy, what people are going through. And sympathy is just like thoughts and prayers, right?
Right.
Empathy is like following up with, like reminders of, oh, I need to reach out to this person a week after the death, a month down the road, which is what I do. And I told you that in
Yeah.
in the
You actually
audio.
put that in your calendar as a reminder. Yes.
I do, I
Yes.
do, and for people that I care about, right? I'm not going to do it for an acquaintance because it would be awkward, you know. But for somebody that I truly care about, I think that it's important to set those reminders because we get busy. We all have our own lives to live, right?
Yeah.
And I might sympathize with you, Ken, that your mom passed, but it's not that I'm an asshole. It's just I'm going to forget about it 2 weeks later because I'm living my life. But so I have to set those reminders in my calendar to follow up with you. Um, and I've blown people's minds with that. And I'm not trying to get accolades or pat myself on the back. No, I'm going to forget. I'm human
Right.
and I care about you. This isn't about me. It's about you. I'm checking in and I'm not going to offer something that I'm not willing to follow through on, which is another point of contention that I have. Like, I listen. I am self-sufficient. I don't need anything from anybody, and people will throw it out there. Well, let me know if there's anything you need, and I'm like, no, I'm good. Ugh. Like so like I don't need anything,
Yeah.
But
No, you're
um,
good. Yes.
yeah, yeah. But I don't begrudge anyone that takes that if somebody offers that right away, like because some people need help. But I'm pretty self sufficient. But I will say this: I have a friend who um, is kind of a newish friend. I mean, I've known him for probably a little over 2 years now,
Okay.
and it's funny out of everybody that I know in my life, and some people for many, many, many years, decades, um, he was the one that said, "If you need anything, man," and this is, I heard, I saw his face, I heard his tone, and I saw his eyes kind of not. He wasn't crying, but it was very sincere. He's like, "If
Yeah.
you need anything, I'm here for you." And I'm like, "Holy shit, that's fucking cool." And a month went by, and I'm like, "Hey, uh, unrelated to all these deaths, but like, hey, I need a ride like across town. Can you pick me up across town? Because I had to anyway. It doesn't matter why I needed a ride, but I had to take Elmer with a car. It was a car situation, and
Right. But you were
and
able to
and,
call
uh,
him.
and he was like, "I'll be there in 30 minutes."
Isn't that cool?
And uh, oh my god, yeah. And it was no skin off his nose. Um,
But he meant what he said when he said, "If you need something, call me." He actually and he followed
100%.
through on it.
Yeah, and he would do it tomorrow
Yeah.
and next week. And,
Yeah.
he's one of the good ones. But yeah, so I don't know. Here's the deal. I've navigated a lot of death, and I have so much to say. We're already well into this
Oh, that's
recording,
right.
but
I'm trying to look at the runtime. I don't know if it should. I'm still learning fucking Zoom. I know we're still recording. It doesn't show me a runtime. I don't care. But anyway, yeah, keep talking. Sorry.
well, I mean, and you can cut, and we can do it again,
Well,
and
no, we're
refine it.
definitely going to do it again. And again, I
Yeah.
promise you, I will share this with you privately. You have to listen to it. Before I publish it. But yeah. But yeah.
Well,
So
I just
going back
oh
to yeah. Sorry, I actually have shit to say. I keep interrupting
no,
you.
go ahead. No, go ahead. No,
Um,
I want questions.
the
It will help keep me on task.
the hmm. Yeah, you talked a lot about uh, grief, dealing with loss. Um, and unfortunately, it's kind of and I guess it's kind of why I was trying to give grace for that friend that you saw at the your favorite hangout. It is awkward and uncomfortable, and where I was going to go with that also is my friend Ray, her her daughter, going to be a senior in high school, just had a really bad, she like races quads like professionally, and she just had a really bad accident a couple weeks ago. Severe
Ah,
injuries, but she's young, everything's fine. She's going to recover,
thank
but it's going to
God.
be a long road. But I thought about what you were talking about in your voice note to me about like where people will say, "Hey, whatever you need, let me know." And I was texting Ray and I was like, "Hey, look, I know people say this. I'm like, and I'm fucking serious. You have to be at the hospital with her." They were at OHSU, and she lives like in Clackamas, and I was like, if it's simple things like I have to feed the dogs or put your garbage out or you need shopping done or the stuff that you're going to be in the hospital with your daughter for a few weeks. And I was like, I'm serious about this. Like when I say this, I fucking mean it. I will come down there and do this.
Yeah.
But and I think it's always with good intentions that people say that stuff. If you need anything, let me know. And then when you try to call that favor in, sometimes they can't fulfill it. I want to have some grace with them because everybody has lives, families, struggles, job stuff. I mean, and I
Well, then
wasn't
don't
always,
say it.
but I wasn't always this, again, it was when I lost my parents and I was like, you know what? For the people that matter to me and the good people in my life that I have met before, I will fucking be there for you. And I really mean it. Um,
Well, I mean, say what you mean and mean what you say. If you're not able to fulfill even just a small favor, um,
then
then
don't
just
offer it.
don't then just don't offer it. And
Yeah.
that's okay. I want to normalize not offering shit to people when you have a busy life. It doesn't mean that you're a shitty person. You're a shittier person if you can't fulfill a small favor a month down the road when somebody asks you. It's
Yeah.
really so just stop with the nonsense. And, like I equate it to this. You should really only offer that type of service to a dear family member or like a best friend that you would walk through fire for, that you would drop everything for. But are you going to drop everything for, and I'm not talking about your friend personally, but
Right, right.
like, but like, uh, because shit pops up, and you have to give people grace because they have their own lives, right? So I want to normalize, like, let's not let's not make promises that we can't keep, and a lot of us keep promises because we have our own family and
Oh
life
my
and
God, that's
work
a Def
and
Leppard song.
shit. Is it?
Sorry, sorry, bad joke.
I'm not a Def Leppard fan.
Yeah, it's one of my
So,
favorite bands of all time, and I've actually met two members of them. I have a photo, but yeah.
what was the name of it? What was the
Um,
name of the song?
the song is actually called Promises by Def Leppard. And
Oh, I know that song.
yes, and they
I know that
released it
song.
in the mid to late 90s when they were trying to make a comeback after the Seattle grunge scene kind of
Oh
killed
God,
the 80s
the
bands.
'80s stuff. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
they went away for a while, but now they're bigger than ever. But yeah, they
Oh,
released
that's
Promises. It's a
hilarious.
great fucking song.
Yeah, it is. It is. I okay. That's
Sorry.
hilarious. No, it's fantastic. Um, well, I mean, I will say that there is no right way to grieve, but there is a wrong way to respond to people around you that are grieving,
Yeah.
and um, a million percent. And it's all the things that we've already covered. I remember feeling very isolated. I found my friend April 29th last year. So we're coming up on a year anniversary. I found him dead in his house. And long story short, I kicked in the door and found him dead. And it was very traumatic. And you know, I've heard and seen a lot of shit in my career.
Yeah.
It's so different, right? When it's a loved one or a friend.
Well,
It's
when it's somebody you know.
completely different. It's completely different.
Yes.
And it fucked me up. And that's
Yeah.
part of the reason why I went into therapy. I never felt so isolated in my life for several months after I found him. I just was so sad and angry and all the things, everything in between.
Because it was obviously a complete shock. Like you didn't, he wasn't on, it wasn't like he had cancer and you knew he was going to die. I
No,
don't know. I don't remember the
no,
details of this, but it was a shock,
yeah,
right?
it was a definite shock. Yeah,
Yes. Okay. It wasn't expected, is what I meant.
yeah, and I felt like I felt well, my nephew doesn't have Facebook. My nephew let me down. My friend Paul let me down. Um, a lot of people let me. My own spouse let me down. Um, and I was pretty sad by that. I was sad, angry, um, more so by his death. And it took a long time for me to realize that, you talk about grace and giving people grace, and we should absolutely, because you don't know what people have experienced in their life.
Yeah.
So I reflected and I'm like, well, my nephew lost his best friend. That was his best friend. I was one of his best friends, but that was my nephew's best friend was Bill, because my nephew has an old soul. He's like 31, but Bill was like 56 when he passed.
Okay.
Uh, and you know, so he had never really experienced grief. He lost his best friend. He lost his dog. It was like a fucking country song. He lost his girlfriend all within like seriously, within a matter of
No,
like
I'm
two
laughing because
months.
you know
It
I
was,
like country music, so you're making fun of me.
yeah.
I'm
Well, I
kidding.
fucking hate country music.
I'm
It's
kidding.
this is
I'm
like
totally kidding.
my fucking life for the last year and a half has been a goddamn country music song.
Why
Um,
aren't you getting residuals then?
I should be, right? Um, But I realized that number one, he hasn't really experienced true grief to this magnitude, right? When you lose a grandparent, it's a grandparent. They're older. It's kind of expected, right?
Yeah, you know it's
That's
going to happen.
yeah, that's what he lost, right? In his life, his 31 years on Earth, 30 years at the time, 30 or 29 years at the time. Nothing very significant, right? And I'm not trying to downplay that or one up him, because I've experienced so much fucking shit. Like, but so I give him grace for that. My friend Paul, who let me down, well, I reflected on that, and he lost his wife 15 years ago. At the time, it was 14 years ago.
Okay.
And he was with me when I kicked in my friend's or our friend's door. He was with me, but I told him, don't come inside.
Right.
I don't know if this is a crime scene. I don't know what's going on, but I saw my friend dead through the window.
Oh shit. Okay.
And so I said, don't come in. But he hugged me. He was there. It was great for the first week. And then I felt abandoned. Then I got to thinking, well, fuck, he lost his wife 14 years ago. That was literally his whole life, the love of his life,
Yeah.
gone way too soon. And I put, I felt empathy, and I put myself in his shoes, and I thought to myself, well, shit, if I was him, every death after that death would seem not insignificant, but just like, well, it's another death, you know? And so I gave him grace. And so but this has been a journey for me, and my therapist has nothing to do with this. And I hope she'll watch this. Like, like she didn't teach me this. Maybe she did. But I, I, I just, you got to give people grace, but you also have to hold people to account. And I don't buy this
Yeah.
whole bullshit of, oh, I don't know what to say. It's like, well, put on your fucking big girl or big boy panties and just say, I'm sorry, and follow up.
Right.
For fuck's sakes, we're
Yeah.
all human. Just be a fucking human, be kind. And life is awkward. Everything's awkward in life. It's awkward when you kiss your first girl or boy in your life. It's awkward when you have your first real interview. Life is full of awkwardness,
Yeah.
and death is absolutely no different. And you just have to face it and be there for your people. I mean, that's baseline shit. I mean, unless you are highly autistic or you have, and I'm not laughing at that, but like, unless you are like socially like not all there
Right.
because of some sort of mental health issue,
Yes.
you got to be present. You absolutely have to be present for your people. That's how the fucking world works. And now I'm
Well,
starting to
I mean,
cuss.
it should work. It should work better that way. I mean, all
Yeah.
and you have to. I don't know. We're close enough in age, even though I'm older than you. A lot of this has to be because of the rise of the internet, social media. Everybody's on their fucking phone, and everybody's looking at fake shit that's not
So
real. It's not real.
so text me you're sorry. You don't have to say it in person. Text it to me.
Right.
Right?
But
Yeah.
but I just meant that like everybody is living on their phone and looking at their apps, and there's reality shows, and I just want to punch people in the face and watch these fucking reality shows, and Love on the Spectrum, and Love is Blind, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? That's not real life. Oh my God. Um God,
Yeah.
I got
No,
activated
it's
right
true.
there. Sorry.
No, it's true. It's totally true. It's totally true. Well, I don't know. I guess the bottom line is that I want people to realize that it you don't have to go through something traumatic in order to be present. Y- You absolutely don't.
Yeah.
Um, and you don't have to say a lot of words, especially if you haven't gone through something traumatic or you haven't really experienced a similar situation,
A
to be
loss. A
able to
loss like
just,
that.
yeah, to be able to just, I called out my best friend. I called him out, and I mean, I can talk to him like you, like,
Yeah.
I just, bleh,
Yep. Yep.
and I'm like, fucker, you weren't present for me. Like, you didn't follow up. You haven't, you're talking about all this other shit. And to me, when you're talking about how good your fucking life is, uh, a month after I've lost several people in a short amount of time, I want to bitch slap you. You know, you realize that? And
Yeah.
he's like, oh my God, you're so right. And I
Yeah.
go, well, I got it off my chest. I don't really want to bitch slap. Well, I mean, I do vast majority of the time because he's my best friend.
But I
Uh,
appreciate you and thank you for hearing me say that. Yes.
yeah, yeah. And you know what? He didn't get offended. He didn't say, how dare you speak to me that way? He's like, you know what? You're right.
All
And
right.
and
That's a
that's
good friend.
that is. Yeah.
Yes.
Surround yourself with that. Nurture that. Don't nurture
Right.
this other bullshit that people that say, "Oh, let me know if there's something I can do," and you ask them 2 days later, and they're like, "Oh, well, look at the time. I'm busy." You know,
Yeah.
Papa 25.
Papa Doo
Anyway,
5 dispatch.
yeah, there's dispatch.
Or Papa
Anyway,
Two
well,
6.
uh,
Ron Smith. Ron
Ron
Smith, was that
Smith.
his name? I told
Yeah,
that bitch sucker to get the hell out of my
I told
county.
that. I told that cocksucker. I said, "Listen here, yeah." I slapped his hand. Anyway, uh, well, yeah, many many disappointments, but all of those disappointments, because of my therapy, and following up with the people that mean most to me, and speaking, you know, my opinion, not of my opinion, my truth. Um, oh my God, communicate. So communication is so key in every facet of your life.
Yep.
I just cannot stress it enough. Oh my God. Ugh, it's just, that's what saved me, right? Um, is being able to talk to them, tell them how I feel, get a good response, and then follow it up with, hey, yeah, I'm not going to apologize for how I feel, but I'm sorry if that felt awkward, but I
Right.
really cherish our friendship and you mean a lot to me. And that kind of brings it home for a landing, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
And I would hope that in the future they feel more comfortable being, I don't even know if it's being vulnerable. It's like, just be a human being. And if like TSA, if you see something, say something. Like my therapist, if somebody says something shitty, say something. Okay, so the same should hold true for, if you see somebody fucking hurting, say something.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to
Yeah.
be perfect. Just say it and follow through.
Just
And
acknowledge it.
yeah,
Acknowledge it. Yes.
acknowledge it. There, I guarantee you, Ken, what I've learned from this grief of 11 people in the last year and a half, there are a million, if not a billion more things in your life, especially at our age, that are far more awkward than just saying, I'm sorry that you hurt, man. And
Yeah.
what can I do for you? And the answer is going to be nothing right now. Okay, let me follow up with you in a few weeks. and
Yeah.
and then you do it, and you do it.
Yes.
And when you do it, you say, how are you doing, Ken? I'm doing okay. And then you don't offer, like we said, you don't offer to do anything unless you mean it, right?
Yeah.
It's just really that simple. This is basic
Yes, it is. It
This is
is.
basic
It is
shit.
so simple, but because you involve the emotional element, and you're dealing with a lot of life issues that trigger a lot of emotions, it makes so many people uncomfortable. And again, I was that way, you know, before.
I,
Um,
I will say this. I will say that I think it makes a lot of people uncomfortable, not necessarily because they have not experienced similar grief.
right.
It oftentimes is because they have experienced similar grief and they didn't know how to navigate that themselves. Um, or, well, I just lost my train of thought. Um,
It happens to me all the
uh,
time. When you hit 54,
well,
it'll happen more
oh,
often.
fuck. Well, I know. Um, oh, fuck. It was a really good point, too. Thanks, wine. Um,
Is it a cab or what are you drinking?
I am drinking what am I
Let's give him a
drinking?
shout out if you like it.
Well, it's actually from Tuscany. It's a Italian wine that I got online.
Oh, nice.
Miramar Rosso. It's just a table wine from Tuscany.
Then I'm sure it's amazing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you're going on another trip next week?
Yes.
For how long?
I'm going 2 weeks.
Okay.
I'm going to Guatemala to my husband is from Guatemala.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stay with his aunt and uncle,
Okay.
who I love. And I'm going to bring his mother back, my suegra, my mother-in-law.
Is
I'm going to
that
bring her
how
back
you
to
say it?
Oregon.
Is that how you say it in Spanish or?
Yes,
Okay.
suegra. Yeah, my mother-in-law. And she's going to stay with us for 3.5 weeks. And right before you, as I was texting you,
Yes.
I was gonna upgrade us to first class. But you know what? She's this big around and like this tall. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to upgrade her to first class. I don't, I don't know if she's gonna tell the difference. She's like a
She's
Barbie
gonna
doll. I swear to God. Yeah.
she's gonna take up half a seat in coach.
So I said to my friend tonight, I go, well, I go, I could upgrade one seat. We could probably share a first class seat.
Yes.
Anyway, I know, right? Yeah,
That's
yeah.
amazing. All right, I'm gonna
Uh,
let you go. I do have to work. So when I hit stop recording, we'll say goodbye off camera. But this was amazing, Brian. I appreciate this. And again, I'm gonna say it publicly. I will not publish anything you are not happy with. So 1 second here.
well, I think this is a good trial run. I think that I would have a lot more to say, a little bit quicker and poignantly, and yeah,
Dude, I thought you were awesome. Even, 2 glasses of wine in, I mean, you were very coherent. And we actually had a
maybe
really,
three.
uh, you don't have to tell on yourself. So, no, but it was a really good conversation. And I kind of like the happy accident that you just randomly messaged me and like, I was like, I happened to be here at my apartment trying to grill some food prep and I was like, "Oh, we can fucking do this." And I kind of did that on purpose because if I give you too much time to think about it, you're going to overthink it. So that's why I said, "Let's get on right now." So, Brian, I
Yes.
appreciate this. I'm going to stop recording and give me a second to say goodbye.
Okay.